ByBryan DeArdo. 5 hours ago, there have been many great quarterbacks during the NFL's first 99 years in existence, from Sammy Baugh in the 1930s to Tom Brady and everyone in between. But not all of the NFL's great quarterbacks could make our list of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. A two-time Super Bowl MVP, Eli Manning engineered one of the greatest upsets in NFL history, a 17-14 victory over the previously unbeaten Patriots in Super Bowl XLII. Manning is also 7th all-time with 55,981 career passing yards. He is also 8th all-time with 360 career touchdown passes. Broadway Joe Namath won the AFL's Offensive Player of the Year award in 1967 after becoming the first player in pro football history to throw for over 4,000 yards in a season. A year later, he guided the New York Jets to the biggest upset in pro football history, a 16-7 victory over the NFL's Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl III. Namath, a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, led the AFL in passing twice and the NFL in passing once in 1972. Kenny, the Snake, Stabler led the NFL in passing touchdowns and completion percentage during his Hall of Fame career. Stabler led the 1976 Raiders to a 13-1 record and the franchise's first Super Bowl victory, a 32-14 win over the Vikings in Super Bowl XI. He led Oakland to 5 straight AFC Championship games from 1973 to 77. A member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Len Dawson led his respective league in completion percentage on 8 different occasions. He also led the AFL in touchdown passes on 4 different occasions while leading the Chiefs, Texans to league titles in 1962, 1966 and in 1969. He won MVP honors of Super Bowl IV after leading the Chiefs to the AFL's second Super Bowl victory, a 23-7 victory over the Vikings. A member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Dan Fouts is still 26th all-time with 43,040 career passing yards and 20th all-time with 254 touchdown passes. The 1982 NFL Offensive Player of the Year, Fouts led the NFL in passing each season from 1979 to 82. His 4,802 passing yards in 1982 was, at the time, the most prolific passing season in pro football history. A member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Warren Moon is 10th all-time with 49,325 career passing yards and 14th with 291 touchdown passes. He would be even higher on the NFL's all-time passing lists if he was not forced to spend the beginning of his career in the Canadian Football League. A two-time league MVP and member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Kurt Warner led the NFL with 41 touchdown passes during his first season as a starting quarterback. That same season, Warner took home MVP honors after throwing for 414 yards in St. Louis's win over Tennessee in Super Bowl XXXIV. Warner guided the Rams back to the Super Bowl 2 years later before leading the Cardinals to the Super Bowl at the conclusion of the 2008 season. Fran Tarkenton, a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, retired as the NFL's all-time leading passer with 47,003 yards at the end of the 1978 season. Currently 11th all-time in passing yards and 9th in career passing touchdowns, Tarkenton led the Vikings to 3 Super Bowl appearances during the 1970s. The greatest quarterback of his era, Sammy Baugh, was a 6-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro and a 2-time NFL champion as quarterback of the Washington Redskins. A 4-time NFL passing champion, Baugh also led the league in completion percentage 8 times during his brilliant 16-year career. A 5-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro and member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Jim Kelly is the only quarterback in NFL history to lead his team to 4 consecutive Super Bowls. Kelly, who led the NFL with 33 touchdown passes in 1991, won 101 of his 160 regular season starts as quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. Philip Rivers is 6th all-time with 374 career touchdown passes. Rivers, an 8-time Pro Bowler, is also 8th all-time with 54,656 passing yards. He led the NFL with 4,710 passing yards in 2010, a 7-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro and former league MVP. Y.A. Tittle was one of the NFL's best players during the 1950s and early 1960s. Tittle led the New York Football Giants to their first NFL championship in 1956. He also led the Giants to NFL championship game appearances in 1958, 59, 61, 62 and 63. A six-time Pro Bowler and member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Troy Aikman is the first quarterback in NFL history to win 3 Super Bowls in a 4-year span. Aikman won Super Bowl XXVII MVP honors after completing 22 of 30 passes for 273 yards and 4 touchdowns in Dallas' 52-17 victory over Buffalo. A 4-time Pro Bowler, 1-time league MVP and member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Bart Starr led the Packers to 5 championships in a 7-year span during the 1960s. Starr led the Packers to 3 straight championships from 1965 to 67 that included victories in the first 2 Super Bowls. Starr won game MVP honors in both contests, the only quarterback to win back-to-back Super Bowls on 2 different occasions. Terry Bradshaw is also the first player in NFL history to win multiple Super Bowl MVP awards. The MVP of Super Bowls XIII and XIV, Bradshaw also took home the NFL's MVP award in 1978 while leading the Steelers to a 4-0 record in Super Bowl competition. A Pro Bowler in each of his final 5 NFL seasons, Roger Staubach was one of the NFL's most popular players during the 1970s. The MVP of Super Bowl VI, Staubach guided the Cowboys to 4 Super Bowl appearances and Super Bowl victories in 1971 and in 1977. He retired with a gaudy 85-29 regular season record as well as an 11-6 record in postseason play. The NFL's MVP in 1992 and in 1994, Steve Young had the highest career passer rating in NFL history at the time of his retirement after the 1999 season. Young, who led the NFL in completion percentage 5 times and in touchdown passes on 4 operate occasions, won MVP honors after throwing for a Super Bowl record 6 touchdown passes in San Francisco's win over San Diego in Super Bowl XXIX. Pro football's best quarterback for a decade, Otto Graham led the Browns to 3 NFL championships and 4 AAFC championships. A 7-time All-Pro, Graham led his respective league in passing yards on 5 different occasions while racking up an absurd 6-6-1-6-1 record as a starting quarterback. Ben Roethlisberger, a 6-time Pro Bowler and 2-time Super Bowl champion, is 6th all-time with 56,194 career passing yards. Big Ben, who became the 8th quarterback in NFL history to throw for over 5,000 yards in a season in 2018, is 7th all-time with 363 touchdown passes. Drew Brees is currently no. 1 all-time with 74,437 career passing yards. He's also 2nd all-time with 520 career touchdown passes. A 12-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl XLIV MVP, Brees has led the NFL in passing 7 times and in touchdown passes on 4 different occasions. A 9-time Pro Bowler, former league MVP and member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Elway won 2 Super Bowls that included an MVP performance in Super Bowl XXXIII, his final NFL game. Elway, who won an NFL passing title in 1993, led the Broncos to 5 Super Bowls during his 16-year career. A 9-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, the NFL's MVP in 1984 and a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Marino is 5th all-time in career touchdown passes, 420, and passing yards, 61,361. Marino's 1984 season, 5,084 passing yards, 48 touchdowns, remains one of the most prolific passing seasons in NFL history. He broke Fran Tarkenton's previous career passing record in 1995, a 3-time league MVP and member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Brett Favre's 298 consecutive starts remains an NFL record. Favre is currently 3rd all-time with 71,838 passing yards. Favre, who is 4th all-time with 508 career touchdown passes, was an 11-time Pro Bowler and a 3-time All-Pro. He led the NFL in touchdown passes on 4 separate occasions while leading the Packers to a victory over the Patriots in Super Bowl XLII, the only quarterback in NFL history to lead 2 different franchises to Super Bowl titles. Peyton Manning is currently first all-time with 539 career touchdown passes and second all-time with 71,940 passing yards. A 5-time league MVP, 14-time Pro Bowler, 7-time All-Pro and Super Bowl XLI MVP, Manning led the NFL in passing on 3 different occasions. His 5,477 passing yards in 2013 remains an NFL single-season record, the winningest quarterback in NFL history. Tom Brady is a 6-time Super Bowl champion and 4-time Super Bowl MVP. A 2-time league MVP, he's currently third all-time with 517 passing yards. Brady is also fourth all-time with 70,514 career passing yards. A 14-time Pro Bowl selection, Brady owns a 207-60 regular season record and a 30-10 postseason record. He also led the NFL in passing in 2005 and in 2007. Start the conversation, greater than 247 sports.